up, guys? My name is Mark Santamaria. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the RC vlog. Guys, today we're going to do a dislike video. I don't really like to dislike things. I'm not going to say hate because I don't hate anything. But today, guys, I'm going to tell you the 5 reasons why I dislike the Traxxas Slash. When I say Traxxas Slash, I'm talking about Traxxas Slash 2-wheel drive. And before I go on with the video, obviously I got to preface this video with the fact that I think it's still the best beginner car you can buy. I really like it. But there are some things that really bother me about it, and that's what we're going to talk about today. So let me show you my slashes really quick. Alright, here are slashes. I say ours because my boy slashes. Yes, I got a whole bunch of stuff. Look at how messy my whole work area is, guys. I'm like stressing out here, but there's actually a reason why we're busting out slashes today. It's not just randomly. We're actually going a doubleheader this weekend. We're going to the Truck Nationals racing Spec Slash, and then we're going to be racing Spec Slash about 2 hours south of there at A #1 Air Raceway, racing Spec Slash. We love Spec Slash, so much fun. Here's mine. Oh, look at it. It's so dirty. I need to get it cleaned up. Here are my boys. I just saw this. This kind of bothers me. My boys, at least my youngest son, his slashes all beat the crap. But you know what? I'm not working on their slash. They're going to have to work on their own because, yeah, they're going to have to learn something. I can't maintain this many cars. There's just too many. Arma Vendetta. Ooh, I like that car. Cars all over the ground here. Crawlers. Revo, Nitro Revo, yeah. Okay, let me put you guys down and tell you why I dislike the Slash. All right, so the things I don't like, these are the things that I really worry about whenever I drive Slash. On my car, I don't really have this problem too bad, but 2 of the things are on one part of the car, and I can't stand the shocks. I can't stand the shocks, and I'm gonna say 2 things about the shocks that I really don't like. These shock caps pop off really easy. That's actually what happened to my son's car that was all broken down. His shock cap completely popped off. He wrecked. And basically what happens is plastic, so they basically just pull apart. And once they pull apart, they're stripped. That's why we recommend, or I recommend, that you always get aluminum shock caps. It keeps it from ripping apart a little bit more. If you can get aluminum bodies, even better, but usually that's against Spec Slash rules. But the shock caps pop off like crazy. And obviously you can't drive it without the shock cap on the shock body, which really sucks. Alright, so the second part I don't like about the shocks, which this is the #2 thing I don't like about the car, is the shock shafts are so freaking fragile. They bend so easy. So easy that I'm pretty sure sometimes I've bent shock shafts when I don't even wreck. I just land really hard. Mine has the titanium nitride shock shafts. They don't bend as easy. You can kind of see them in there, kind of. There you go. They're a little bit of a golder tint. Some of the tracks don't mind you put those on the car for Spec Slash because it doesn't really make the car perform better. It just increases the durability. But yes, the shock shafts are so bad. So bad that pretty much whenever I pick up a Slash, I can pretty much assume that the front shock shafts are bent if they're the stock shocks. You got to get the titanium nitride shock shafts, or you pretty much just have to change them out all the time. So that's the #2 thing I'm not a big fan of on the Spec Slash. Alright, and the third thing. You notice something here? How this car has 2 bodies. This car has 3 bodies. The bodies break really easy. And this isn't really a car flaw. Like, short course bodies in general just don't last. So, in Spec Slash, I keep referring to Spec Slash. Even if you just drive it, you're going to flip the car over. You're going to wreck it. And the bodies have a tendency to crack all over. And this isn't a knock on Traxxas' bodies or anyone's bodies, just a knock on the fact that short course bodies break. So like on this one, it's broken here, sometimes it breaks up here, obviously breaks around the fender well. These back pieces break really bad. This one has body armor, so it's lasting a little bit longer. But yeah, the short course bodies break real bad. So if you put a really nice body on it, just know it's probably going to be destroyed pretty quick, especially if you throw it out on the track. All right, #4. Hold on, I need another hand because I need to focus on it right there. That part right there. See that white piece? That's the steering Ackerman. So see where it goes into the chassis? It actually doesn't screw into the chassis there. It just, there's basically not a button head screw, a cap head screw that sits in there, and then the cap sits inside the chassis. The reason why I'm saying that is because several times in races, if you wreck really bad or you misjudge a jump, and you case it or you land weird, it will pop out of that and it will just completely mess your steering up. Like, your steering will be off big time. You'll have to try to trim it. Now with that said, it's an easy fix. You just pop it back in. But I feel like that's a flaw. I feel like you could easily just put a screw on top and maybe screw them in from the top, and it would hold together much better. This doesn't happen on all the cars. It has happened on most of my slashes, but yeah, come on, focus. There it goes. It's something that worries me. Every time I'm driving my spec slash or my slash in a race and I land weird, I'm always worried that I'm gonna pop that piece out. And basically you just got to drive it with a trim, the steering trim all jacked up. So yeah, that part bothers me also. All right, and lastly, what's funny is I was gonna point this part out. I didn't even realize it was a problem with my car right now. My car has this problem right now, is the hinge pins. So the hinge pins screw in. You see that hinge pin right there? That's a hinge pin there. I gotta hold it up. See how that hinge pin's coming out? Yeah, I guess the way the suspension moves, it kind of rotates itself out. So you constantly have to check those hinge pins to make sure they're not coming out. This is a very common problem with the Traxxas vehicles that are using these hinge pins. So common that there are some companies, like these are the STRC hinge pins. See how it's a nylon nut where it doesn't back out? So basically they took care of that problem with STRC hinge pins. But look at these. Like, it backs out all the time. My fix for that is you just have to keep screwing it back in. Sometimes you can use CA glue and kind of glue them back in so they don't back out as easy. I'm doing something with my other hand, so you're seeing moving. But if you can get your hand on one of these, this is a 2.5 ball. It's rounded so you can go in at angles, so you can get all the hinge pins on your car without taking any tires or wheels off. This is awesome. Basically, before every race, I will check the hinge pins to make sure they don't back out. But yeah, it's kind of a pain, but it's just how it works. It's so common that even the modern day race cars, there's always two different color. Actually, I'll just show you. All right, here's my e-truck. You see how this is it's a black hex screw? This one's silver. That's because this is reverse threaded. So basically, to tighten it, you turn it left, and to loosen it, you turn it right. Complete opposite. It's because of the way this thing moves, it can spin it on its own. That could be a solution to make reverse threaded hinge pins, but it is kind of a pain. You just got to really watch out for it. So there you have it, the 5 things I don't like about the slash, the Traxxas slash. I keep calling it spec slash because that's the class that we race. Overall though, guys, it's still, to me, the best first car you can possibly buy. It's so versatile. It's very affordable. You can race it when you want. You can bash with it. I mean, it's an awesome car. And the problems that it does have, they're very cheap, easy fixes. And sometimes you don't even have to fix them. You just got to kind of keep your eye on them, like the hinge pin thing. And for the most part, if you get a brand new one, it's not gonna start backing out until later, the longer you have it. Like on a new car, those hinge pins probably won't back out very often. I've probably taken those hinge pins out 3 or 4 times, so it's kind of got worked in, so that's probably why it backs out. However, it happens, so yeah, you get a new one, not a problem. Overall, still my favorite first car. Well, I hope you liked this video, guys. If you did, smash the like button, subscribe to my channel, turn on the notification bell, and you guys will see me next time. Later, guys.